All right. Thank you for coming to our mentor panel.
You did that on purpose, didn't you? We're on a loose ship. And you could we did not know that's what we were.
So just at a high level, I wanted to kind of talk about a study that came out a couple of years ago. They studied 1,000 New York tech startups. And the interesting thing about it is they showed the #1 correlation to success was having high quality mentors.
Jack, who are you?
We'll get there.
It's a mystery.
So the conclusions from the studies were, the quality of the mentors matter. Good mentorship requires a sustained relationship. And the most important, and I think most people overlook this, is that great mentors need to be focused on your critical business issues. So don't waste time and your mentor's time talking about non-critical business issues. So this kind of frames what we're going to talk about today, which is, good practices and how to engage your mentors and how to make sure you're getting high value out of your mentors. And so, who we are? Well, we're ITEN. I'm an EIR with ITEN, and these are some of the sample mentors from ITEN. And so, ITEN offers programs for scalable tech products, including the Mentor Match database, where you can find all 5 of these lovely participants, entrepreneurs and residents, like myself. You can also use the Eureka validation modules, which can help you work through your operations, product development, marketing and sales, and you can use the Eureka validation modules with the mentors that you find in Mentor Match to really help you kind of hone in on some of these high-level concepts and really drill down to how to build successful businesses. On top of that, there's an investor readiness program, which involves a Mock Angels investor pitch, where you get to actually pitch your business to a panel, and they'll give you feedback. And the awesome part is they will be open and honest with you, and hopefully you can fix all the problems before you actually pitch real investors. There's also some due diligence preparedness involved in there as well. So at this point, I'd like the panel to introduce themselves. So if you can just go down the line, quick introduction, but then also, why is mentoring important? And you can talk about it both from your perspective as a mentor or your perspective as a mentee. And then also, why do you participate in mentoring? So we'll start with Keith. Ryan, there you go.
So my name is Keith Gross. I've been a mentor for about 7-8 years. And why is it important? Because I wish I had it when I started my first business. It takes the guesswork out of mistakes that you can make. And I think you have to match up with the right mentor, which is really important. So I focus on sales, business development, target market, knowing when to pivot, how to scale, knowing how to open up relationships, how to close those relationships. If you needed a mentor because you were focused on your spreadsheet or legal or accounting, you wouldn't come to me. So it's important to go to the right person who has the right skill sets to help what you have a need for. If it's just general business strategy, I think any of us can do that. Anyone who's ever started a business. But if you have a hone-in specific need, then find that specific mentor. And I absolutely love it, because I do this on a volunteer basis, and I just love taking someone's idea and making it a reality. But I'm very transparent. So when I start out, I tell you, I'm going to be very honest with you. And if you don't appreciate that, then find someone else. Because I don't want to surround myself with people who are just going to agree with me. I want to surround myself with people who are going to challenge me. That's what I do.
Okay, Ryan Brunch. I am the Chief Operating Officer for Atomic Revenue. As far as the question about mentoring, I think mentoring is important, because I look to provide people that I mentor not answers to questions, but give them an alternate perspective so that they can make evidence-based decisions about their business. Outside of that, I'm involved in the Square One program. I mentor in that program. I'm a mentor here for ITEN. And I think this is, for our company anyway, community give back is a very important thing, and I think one of the best ways that we can do that is basically it aligns with our mission, which is how to help other companies. Simple as that.
Okay, is it working? I'll just take that one. Here you go, hold that. By the way, my name is Margie Scalia. Actually, my background really is technology. I've been in since inception, and I've worked in many large corporations as well as recently in technology companies, and then obviously with Rivet, which is a local startup, as a chief product officer. The range of my skill set really is applied as a mentor because in most instances I'm always looking to the mentees as someone that I expect that you're going to be successful and that your systems are going to need to scale and they're going to have to face demand, and you have all those operational considerations. So I like to really talk to people about preparing yourself for the success that you're going to have and how to think about those things early within your genesis so that you don't end up in a situation where you do finally launch and then something catastrophic happens that takes you out of that. As well as what I'm finding, just as an insight, I also find a lot of my time I spend just organizing people's thoughts because it is a tough thing to start something and to try to perpetuate it. And in many instances, there is so much that has to be done as a startup to bring a product to market, all of those things. A lot of the mentees sometimes just don't know what the next step is. So from my perspective, it's really just to listen as much as possible and to try to make it easy. I really feel if my goal is if you walk out and said, I feel like I've had some relief because I know what my next step is, then I've achieved what I need to do for you as a mentor.
Thank you. Thank you, Margie. Hi, my name is Aditya Ichimpati. My background is in hedge funds and finance. I've been doing this for 4 years on a volunteer basis, and from my perspective, it's extremely rewarding to talk to, especially first-time entrepreneurs who are really smart, have really good ideas, and haven't done this before. And so it's fun for me. It gives me something to do, and everyone is interested in raising money, so finance is sort of crucial to them. I do tell people that the objective is not to raise money. The objective is to build a business where money will find you. So I will now let Jim talk.
Thank you. Well, I'm the last to go. So my name is James Canada. I'm CEO of Alliance Technologies. We started our business 9 years ago. I came out of the corporate world, spent 30 years at some of the largest companies in the world. I'm an international consultant, speaker, author, and at the age of 55, I decided I wanted to build something for myself. And it was kind of scary, so I selected some business mentors that I used.